types of gender are possible for noun. Now, there are 4 types of gender which are possible for noun. One is masculine gender. Another one is feminine gender. Another one is common gender. Fourth one is neutral gender. So in front of you on your screen, there are 4 types of gender. I mentioned 4 types of gender. Masculine gender, that of course represents male. Feminine gender, that represents female. Common gender, which represents certain words, a certain gender that is common to both male and female. Neutral gender means no gender. It means non-living things. Like non-living things do not have any gender. So these are the 4 genders which are possible in nouns. Masculine gender, males. Feminine gender, female. Common gender, common to male and female. And neutral gender for non-living things which do not have any kind of gender. Gender of noun is, this is what we have written on this page. Gender of noun is divided into 4 parts. Masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender, neutral gender. Right? Masculine gender represents males, feminine gender represents female, common gender represents. There are certain words which we do not define such words on the basis of male and female. See, for example, boy is male and girl is feminine, man is masculine, woman is feminine, or we can say actor is masculine, actress is feminine, chairman is masculine, but chairperson is feminine. So all these are masculine gender words and all these are feminine gender words. Now, there are certain words which we cannot classify them on the basis of gender. We can't classify those words on the basis of gender, and such words come under the category of common gender. For example, if I say teacher, so if there is a male teacher, then also he is known as teacher, and if there is a female teacher, then also she is known as teacher. So, or another example of such kind of word is neighbor. If someone who lives nearby our house, who lives adjacent to our house, is a male, we call him neighbor, and if she is female, then we also call her neighbor, right? So these are common gender words which are not defined on the basis of gender, which are common to both males and females, right? Fourth one is your neutral gender. Neutral gender neither represents male nor represents female. Neutral gender is basically for non-living things. As we all know that non-living things do not have any kind of gender. So non-living things have neutral gender, right? Coming to the next slide. Okay, this is the favorite part of my session. The find errors, if any. There are 10 sentences in front of you. Let us look at the sentences. The sun glared at me with his cruel eyes. Death with his bare hands was waiting for her. Thunder is making way through the town. The moon is dancing in the sky with her bright light. Nature has shown her cruelty on the people of Bhuj. France is proud of her architects. France and its neighbors entered into a treaty. Everyone should perform their duties well. Someone is going outside with her blue bicycle. Someone has stolen her purse. Okay. So in total, there are 10 sentences in front of your screen and you need to find error if there is any in these sentences. Now, Coming to the sentence first, this sentence I already taught you in the last class, in your last session. I told you that the sun glared at me with his cruel eyes. There is a thing called personification. There is a thing which we call personification. What do we mean by personification? See, personification means the process of personification is when we consider a non-living thing as a living thing. When we consider a non-living thing as a living thing, that particular process is known as personification, right? One thing. Now, we all know that sun is here being personified because we are joining a quality with sun, and the quality is eyes. Do you people think that sorry, does non-living thing have eyes? No. So you need to understand, whenever we join a living being quality with a non-living thing, then that particular non-living thing is being personified. One thing which we have already read. Till now, till this point, we have already read in our last class. Now the point arises that why we have used hills. We do know that sun is getting personified here. We consider sun as a living thing in this sentence, but why we are considering sun as a male? This is the question right now, right? Okay, consider the fourth sentence. The moon is dance sky with her bright. We all know that only human beings can dance, or only living things can dance. That's why moon is being getting personified here. One thing. The second thing is, you need to consider it. You need to understand. You need to ponder over these sentences that we are using here her. In the previous sentence for sun, we have used his. In this sentence for moon, we have used her. Now the question arises, why we have used her in this sentence and why we have used his in this sentence. Death with his bare hands was waiting for her. We have joined bare hands with death. Death has hands, so death is being personified here. His, again, death is considered as male. Thunder is making his way through the town. Way. Thunder cannot have a way. So it is being personified here. Again, we have used his for thunder. Thunder is male here. Moon is female here. Nature has shown her cruelty on the people of Bhuj. Cruelty is the quality which human possess. So if it is being used with nature, which means nature is being personified here, we are personifying nature here, right? But we have used her with nature, which means nature is considered as female here. France is proud of her architects. France is a country. France cannot have architects. A man can have his architects. A company can have its architects, right? So her, again, we are considering France as female here. France and its neighbor. Now we are considering France as neutral, which of course it is neutral gender. Everyone should perform their duties well. Someone is going outside with her blue cycle. Someone has stolen her purse. Okay. First of all, I would like to clear sentence number 8 to you. Everyone should perform their duties well. We have already read subject verb agreement. And in that particular chapter, I told you one very important thing. I told you very clearly that all these words like everyone, everything, someone, something, everybody, anybody, nobody, no one, nothing, all these words are singular in nature. They have basic singular nature, and that's why always singular verb and singular pronoun and singular adjective is used with them. What I said, I repeat: everyone, someone, anyone, no one, everybody, somebody, anybody, nobody, anything, everything, something, nothing. All these words are singular in nature. Their basic nature is singular, and you people need to understand that with these words we use each and everything singular. Are you getting my point? Singular verb, singular adjective, singular pronoun, everything singular. Everyone should perform their duties as well. The correct sentence should be everyone should perform his duties well. Everyone should perform his duties well. Getting my point? Okay. Now, as far as these sentences concerned, that some non-living things are being considered as male while they are getting personified, and some non-living things are being considered as females when they are getting personified. Now, let us to understand this whole stuff. Let us move to another slide. Personification of non-living things. There are certain nouns which are used to show strength, energy, power, and firmness. Such nouns are considered as masculine in gender. So pronouns representing male gender, he, him, his, himself, are used with them. Okay. See, what you need to understand that we all live in a patriarchal society. What do we mean by patriarchal society? What is the meaning of the word patriarchal? See, patriarchal means where males are head of the family, where males are considered to be more powerful than women, where males are considered to have strength, where women are considered to be fragile. Males are much upper hand in our families. That's why the nouns which show strength, power, stiffness. Firmness means stiffness, thickness, energy. Such nouns are considered masculine in gender. Why they are when they are considered as masculine gender? When those particular nouns are getting personified. While personifying those particular nouns, they are considered as masculine in gender because they represent energy, strength, and power. Right? And the example of such nouns are sun, time, death, winter, wind, thunder, ocean, war. Each of these nouns are do have strength, energy, power, and stiffness. Now, the sun glared at me with his cruel eyes, totally correct. Death with his bare hands was waiting for her. Bare hands means naked hands, right? Thunder is making his way through the town. Thunder is strong, death is strong, sun is strong, all are powerful. That's why masculine gender is being used here. Personification of non-living things. Okay. Now, why we are using female noun? When we are using female gender while personifying the nouns, there are certain nouns which are used to show beauty, gracefulness, and gentleness, which are fragile, easily broken, which are soft. Such nouns are considered as feminine in gender. So pronouns representing female gender are used for them. There are certain nouns which are used to show beauty, gracefulness, and gentleness. Such nouns are considered as feminine. So pronouns representing female gender are used for them. And such nouns are ship, car, train, truth, modesty, pride, liberty, faith, spring, city, country, flattery. Flattery when you are wooing someone, when you are convincing someone, right? Virtue, mercy, nature, jealousy, the moon, river, earth, nation, hope, humanity, peace, fame, justice. Country is also mentioned here, right? You need to understand this very basic point here. If you are considering the country in geographic terms, when geographical conditions of a country are being discussed, then in that case we use it for the country India and its neighbors. But when we are talking anything about the country in a very normal sense, then in that case we consider the country as female and we use female feminine gender with it. Now, the moon is dancing in the sky with her bright light. We consider the moon as feminine. Nature has shown her cruelty on the people of Bhuj, feminine. France is proud of her architects, again feminine. When the personification of non-living things are done that show beauty, which are calm, that are fragile, soft, in that case, feminine gender is used with such nouns. Are you people getting my point? Is each and everything is clear to you? Okay, moving on to the next slide. We always use masculine gender pronouns with the following words. This is what I told you recently, that with these words, these all our words are singular in nature. Okay. Why we use masculine gender here? You need to understand that these are also common gender words. These are also common gender words. For example, if I say everyone speaks out, everyone spoke very loud. We do not know that everyone included the males or everyone included mixed males and females or everyone included just females. So that's why these are also common gender words. But because we follow a patriarchal society, because male is the head in our society, in our living structure, social structure, then that's why with these words also, always and always, masculine gender is used. Everyone should perform their duties well. No, the sentence was wrong. Everyone should perform his duties well. Someone is going outside with his blue bicycle. See, we cleared up to certain extent that okay, fine. With these words, each and everything is singular use, right? But the exception is you need to remember in singular as well, masculine gender is used because singular feminine gender can also have singularity. We would have said everyone should perform her duties well, but no, masculine gender is used with these words. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, one sentence. Someone has stolen her purse. Someone is not, okay. This her is not for someone. This her is someone else. Someone is someone else. Find errors if any. The doctor and her patient are talking loudly. The teacher is teaching with a red pen in her hand. The woman doctor and her patient are talking loudly. The baby has broken his left arm. The child who is playing has blue bottles in his hand. The child who won the competition last night was a boy. He was very active. The baby was a girl. She was very beautiful. Okay. Let me check. Okay. See, first of all, we are going to consider three words: baby, child, and infant. All these words are used for kids of different age, kids, baby, child, and infant. Now you need to remember until or unless the gender is specified with these words. What I said, until or unless the gender is specified with these words, You are used to going, you are going to use it with all these words. What I said, until or unless, if the gender, or in simpler words, I'm saying, if the gender is not mentioned with all the three words, then in that case, you need to use it with these words. Now the question arises, why? Why we are using it with these words when we know each and every word can have gender, either a baby can be male or it can be female, then why we are using it? If you people have ever considered Facebook posts of the people who recently had a baby, then they always write it's a baby. Why they don't write he is a baby? Why they use it with a non-living word, a word specific to non-living things with living things? Why it is being used here? You need to understand one thing very clearly, that we all consider illegal to tell the gender of the baby. Right? We all consider it illegal to tell the gender of the baby. That's why if the gender is not specified with these words, then you need to use it. See, the baby is playing with its car. I have written the baby is playing with its car. Now, do you know, could you please tell me that the baby is male or female? Is it possible for us to tell from this sentence whether the baby is male or female? No. We do not know the gender in this, or we can say the baby, or instead we should use child in this sentence, although there is no difference. The child has fractured its right leg while playing on the swing. The child has fractured its right leg while playing on the swing. Now, could anyone tell me, is it possible for us to know the gender of this child? No. In both the sentences, either the baby is playing with its car or the child has fractured its right leg while playing on the swing. We do not know the gender of these words. So you need to understand, if the gender is not being mentioned in the sentence, then in that case, with the words baby, child and infant, you need to use it. Now let us consider the another aspect of the same words, baby, child and infant, right? If the gender is mentioned, if the gender is mentioned of these words, then in that case you can use words according to their gender. I mean, if males are there, you can use he, him, his. If females are there, you can use she, her. Getting my point? See, the baby who won the fancy dress competition last night was a girl. The baby who won the fancy dress competition last night was a girl. Now, in this particular sentence, we have already mentioned the gender. Now, we can continue it. She was looking very pretty. Now, in this case, we can use word according to the gender. The baby who won the competition, who won the fancy dress competition last night was a girl. She was looking very pretty. Clear? Okay. The baby has broken its left arm. Gender is not mentioned here. The child who is playing has blue bottle in its hand. Gender is not mentioned here. The child who won the competition last night was a boy. He was very active. Totally correct. The baby was a girl. She was very beautiful. Totally correct. In this, we have already cleared that he is boy. In this, we already cleared that he is girl. Both the sentences are correct. Then we can use the pronoun or words according to the gender. Okay. The doctor and her patient are talking loudly. The teacher is teaching with a red pen in her hand. The women doctor and her patient are talking loudly. Okay. As I told you that with everyone or someone, these all are common gender words. We always use masculine gender. The same thing is going to happen here in these two sentences. See, there are certain words which are common for both male and female. For example, manager, doctor, teacher, neighbor, etc. All these words are common gender words. So what we need to do in this case, with all these words we use masculine gender because male gender is preferred in our society. It is preferred in our society. So the doctor and his patient are talking loudly. The teacher is teaching with a red pen in his hand. It represents both male and female gender. The gender of the above nouns is not clear as we live in male dominating society. So when the gender of the nouns is not clear, we always use masculine gender with them. The doctor and his patients are talking loudly. The teacher is teaching with a red pen in his hand. Baby, infant, and child. We do not know the gender of the above nouns. So we use it itself and it's for them. The baby has broken its left arm. The child who is playing has blue bottle in his hands. But if their gender is mentioned initially, then we can use he, she for them accordingly to the gender. Okay, so this we have done right now. Find errors if any. He is becoming weak day by day. Cars after car is arriving. Doors to door service will be provided for polio drops. I had given him 2000 rupees. I bought 4 dozens oranges. I donated 6,000 rupees in charity. Thousands of people go for Hajj every year. Million of rupees got wasted on this project. He donated thousand of rupees. I need 1 million of rupees. Okay. So again, this is my favorite part. What we need to do, we need to find errors, if any, in the sentences. Okay. First, we need to find out that what is the common thing given in the first 3 sentences. Do you find anything common here in the first 3 sentences? Yes, there is one thing which is common. You need to remember 2 same nouns are joined by another word. Days by days, cars, cars, another same nouns, doors, doors, another same noun. So in all the 3 sentences, two same nouns are joined with words, right? Now, if there are two nouns, noun 1 and noun 2, which are same, if there are two same nouns joined with the help of preposition, what I said, if there are two same nouns joined with the help of preposition, then in that case, both the nouns should be used in singular form. What I said, I repeat, if there are two same nouns that are connected with the help of a preposition, then in that case, both the nouns should be used in singular form. For example, if I write a sentence, rows after rows of flowers is looking beautiful. Clear? Listen. Now this is the preposition. After is the preposition here. Row and row both are the same noun. Then if there are two same nouns with one word with attached with the help of a preposition, in that case both the nouns should have should exist in singular form. So the correct sentence is row after row of flowers is looking beautiful. Got my point? Now let us consider the sentences. Same nouns, preposition he is becoming weak day by day, one thing. Same noun, preposition, cars after cars arriving is wrong. Car after car. Doors to door service will be provided for polio drops. Same nouns, door to door. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? He is becoming weak day by day. Car after car is arriving. Door to door service will be provided for polio drops. Okay. Now, okay, let's see the rules. If a noun is followed by a preposition and the same noun is repeated, singular form of the noun will be used. We have read. If a definite numeral adjective, what we call, how you would understand what definite numeral adjectives are. You need to know the numbers 1 up to infinity are definite numeral adjective. If the definite numeral adjective is followed by following nouns, then the nouns should be used in singular form. Okay. If a definite numeral adjective, now by definite numeral adjective we means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity, is followed by following nouns. Which nouns? Pair, score, 100, 1000, dozen, million, billion, stone, gross, etc. These nouns should be used in singular form. For example, what he is saying, she gave 4,000 rupees. Or you can say he asked for 300 rupees. If a definite numeral adjective 3, 4 is followed by the following nouns, hundred, thousand. Then the noun should be used in singular form. Thousand. We are not using thousands here, or we are not using hundreds here. It should be in singular form. So he asked for 300 rupees and she gave 4,000 rupees. Now, similarly, I have given him 2,000 rupees. I bought 4 dozen oranges. I donated 6,000 rupees. Definite numeral adjectives, the same nouns, and all are in singular form. One thing. Okay. But if the above mentioned nouns, which above mentioned nouns? Again, the same nouns: pair, score, hundred, thousand, dozen, million, billion, stole, gross, etc. If the above mentioned nouns are followed by of, then the nouns will be used in plural forms. If before them any numeral adjective come, then in that case they should be used in singular form. If after them of comes, then in that case they should be used in plural form. Are you people getting my point? If before them any numeral adjective is used, use them in singular form. If after them of is used, use them in plural form. Thousands of, see, you would understand from here. Thousand of. So thousands of people. Million after million is written what? Of. Millions of. She donated thousand of. After thousand of. Thousands of. Thousands of people go for Hajj every year. Millions of rupees got wasted on this project. She donated thousands of rupees. I need, consider the last sentence here. I need 1 million of rupees. Now, in this case, a digit is there, million is there, of is there, and rupees is there. Then in this case, this should be singular. Is that clear to everyone? Have you people understood this? Okay. Certain nouns exist in plural form only. We cannot make them singular by removing their s. So plural verb is used with them. Okay. There are certain nouns. This we have already read in subject verb agreement, but okay, fine, no issues. Let's repeat. There are certain nouns that exist in plural form. We cannot make them singular by removing their s, so plural verb is used with them. Such nouns are pants, pajamas, trousers, shorts, knickers, Caesar, tongs. Tongs is a medical instrument which is used in operation theatres, sunglasses, binoculars, spectacles, goggles, surroundings, outskirts, arms, wages, proceeds, remains, congratulations, regards, thanks, savings. If you people have ever noticed, the account which you have in bank is savings account, not saving account. Fireworks. Fireworks are the crackers which we generally use on Diwali. Amends, braces, tactics are the ways, troops, valuables, belongings, etc. All these nouns exist in plural form. We cannot make them in singular. We cannot make these words singular by removing s from them. They exist like this only, and that's why we always use plural verb with them. Where are my trousers or where are my pants? I need a bit time to admire my surroundings. He was born in Noida on the outskirts of Delhi. See, you need to learn a thing. You need to remember a very basic thing. Either you can say, where are my trousers? We all know, we have read only right now that these are plural nouns. We cannot make them singular. They always take plural verb with them. The sentence is totally correct according to the rule. Now, there is another way to write the same sentence in a different manner, which is also correct. And the another way is, where is my pair of trousers? If you can add pair before it, you showed the plurality through this word, through the word pair, and in that case, you can use verb is with it, right? Similarly, you can say, where are my pants? Where is my pair of pants? Both the things are correct. There is nothing like that. This is wrong or this is right. Either you can say, where are my pants? Or you people can say, where is my pair of pants, right? Some nouns exist in plural form, but they're singular in meaning. Okay, we have already discussed it. These are the nouns we've already discussed in subject verb agreement class. They exist in plural form. Why we are saying it that they exist in plural form? Because they ends with s or es in the last. So they exist in plural form, but they have singular meaning. So why we use singular? That's why we use singular verb with them. But there is an exception which we have already discussed in subject verb agreement. Okay. Some nouns exist in singular form but are plural in meaning. So plural verbs are used with them. Cavalry are the troops, cavalry or infantry. Yes, cavalry are the troops, are the soldiers who travel on horse, right? Gentry is a group of gentlemen and gentlewomen of the society. Infantry. Infantry are again a group of soldiers who walk on foot, right? Poultry, we all know poultry farms, right? Peasantry are group of farmers, or in some dictionaries it is given like a group of uneducated people, right? Peasantry. Cattle is a group of animals that graze together, or you can say domestic animals. Children is group of small kids, children. Okay, these noun exist in singular form but have plural meaning. So that's why we use plural verb with them. The peasantry of this village have their own farms. The gentry of this colony generally have their get together at community center. Cattle are grazing in the farm or in the field. See, in all the three sentences, there's nothing like s or es after these nouns, but again, they are plural, so that's why we have used plural verbs with them. There are certain nouns that exist in singular form in both singular and plural forms. Fish, ship, series, deer, aircraft, council, etc. Okay, these are the nouns that exist in a same form in both singular and plural form. Okay, let me explain it through one example. A sheep is grazing in the field. Okay. And the another sentence is many sheep are grazing in the field, or you can say in the farm. When you are talking about a single sheep, then also you are using the word sheep. When you are talking about many sheep, which are plural, then you are also using the word sheep, which means there are certain nouns that exist in a single form in both singular and plural form, right? So when they are being used as singular, you need to use singular verb with them. When they are being used as plural, you need to use plural verb with them. Okay. One word substitution. Okay, so now the time has come that we need to learn certain new words, and we are going to learn one word substitution today. First one is feeling of extreme nervousness. When you are feeling extremely nervous, right? When you are very nervous, that feeling is known as jitter. That particular feeling is known as jitter, or in better words you can say I am feeling very jittery, right? Jitter is the noun and jittery is your adjective. You just need to add y after it. Jittery. Habit of stealing something in small quantities. Some people do have a habit of stealing in very small quantities. They do not steal anything big. They do not steal much bigger things, but they steal very small things. And that habit of stealing something in small quantity is known as pilferage. Is known as pilferage. Trouble and annoy someone continually. To continuously annoy someone, to continuously irritate someone is known as harass. Or you must have heard another word, harassment. Hardworking and diligent. Someone who is very hardworking and someone who is very careful is known as credulous. Extreme anger, the anger in which someone can destroy each and everything, is known as wrath. So it starts with W, but W is silent here, so this is known as wrath. A complex network of paths and passages. If you have seen in parks or in museums, we generally have this, a complex network of paths and passages. You need to come out of it, you need to find out the correct way, right? So that is known as maze. A poem of 14 lines. Sir Shakespeare has written many poems like that. 14-line poem. And 14-line particularly poems are known as sonnet. And imaginary ideas state. See, if a person thinks... if a person is in his imagination, he is thinking like his life is perfect, which actually is not, then his state of mind is known as utopia. His state of mind is known as utopia. Inclined to fight or aggression, somebody who likes to fight, somebody who is ready to fight anytime is known as pugnacious. A pugnacious old woman, which means that old woman is always ready to fight or ready to show aggression. So in total there are 1, 2, 9 words which you have learned today. Feelings of extreme nervousness. When you are feeling extreme nervous means jitter. I am feeling jittery. Habit of stealing something in small quantities. When you steal something in very small quantities. Pilferage. When you annoy or irritate someone continuously, that thing is known as harass. You must have heard the word harassment. If someone is very hardworking and altogetherly diligent, very carefully, that person will be known as sedulous. If someone has extreme anger, he must be known as wrath. A complex network of paths and passages. You often have seen it in some parks or some museums, which you need to find out the way from that network, is known as maze. 14-line poems, sonnet, an imaginary ideal state. When you find everything, when you think that everything that is happening in your life is beyond perfection, everything is perfect. Utopia. Inclined to fight or aggression. So some people who are very interested in fighting, who are always ready to fight or show aggression, are known as pugnacious. Okay. So we have learned more about nouns today. We have learned certain things. We have learned the basic concept and deep details of personification of genders related to noun. In our next class, we are going to continue from here only, right? And you must learn these one word substitution. Till then, bye-bye.